everyone, it's Tawny. This is another vlog formatted video. I haven't really done one in a while. I've been feeling like blah lately, and this giant pimple that I've been picking at for a couple days now is not really helping, because I look at it and I'm just like, I've been having decent skin and then I have this giant thing that's like in the middle of my face and I can't stop touching it, and I need to stop touching it because you're not really supposed to touch your face right now. But lately I've been feeling this like, try not to cry, this like, you know how when you're at your house or you're wherever, or you're even at the grocery store and you open the freezer and your favorite flavor of ice cream's gone, like that's how I feel right now. Just like, I don't know, I've been feeling very like blah lately. Like I've been stuck in my thoughts and I'm trying to get out of that because like the past is the past and I'm trying to move on, and I'm trying to like focus on myself and like things moving forward. And I'm just like, I know I'm in a good place right now. I know that I'm okay, but I still have this like underlying sadness that just won't go away. And I'm really hoping that like going to therapy in a week will like help me figure out what's going on with me and why I'm feeling this way and why these thoughts are happening and what I can do to fix them. Like I completely get that this stuff is like going to happen, it's bound to happen, and wounds are still fresh and I'm still very vulnerable right now, and I'm just like, I'm just hurting, and I don't know, I just kind of want to like not fix myself, but I just want to know how to like deal with it. Like that's the whole thing, and I'm gonna try and talk about it as much as I can, but like things that you say in therapy are confidential, so I have to kind of like make sure that what I say isn't like, you know, like I don't want to open up too much, even though that's like what I do with people, and you know, like I talk too much and I say too many things that I shouldn't say and whatever. But I've just been feeling so blah, and I saw that there's a couple other YouTubers that have just been like stuck in a rut, like people more popular than me, and you know, it made me realize that like we're all in the same boat. Like with everything going on, like the world's going to crap, you know, half of the West Coast is on fire, you know, the country is like, who knows what's gonna happen come November. Like, you know, we're still somewhat stuck in a pandemic, still in quarantine. Like my state's going to stage 3, which is great, but then it's like, is it too early? Are we making a mistake? Like what happens if we go back into quarantine again? Like, I mean, things were terrible back in March when we had to go into quarantine the first time. Like, I didn't know if I was gonna have a job, and I was the one paying all the bills, and then I didn't know, like, how to deal with my sanity because I was having issues with my neighbors and, like, everyone around me, and it's, like, it's so much pressure and, like, so much sadness, and so it makes me like, what if there is quarantine part 2, and, like, what if we're stuck in the sequel? It sucks just as much as the first one, and it's, like, you know, it sucks to think that way, and it sucks to, like, I don't know, I'm trying not to stay down about it. I'm trying to stay very upbeat and positive and, like, you know, enjoy things now, because, like, I don't feel like I did that enough. I feel like we all, like, took things for granted, took life for granted, and then, you know what I mean, like, the last couple months lately, it seems like I've just taken things for granted, and then when everything went to crap, it, like, I was just, like, I didn't appreciate what I had at the time. I didn't understand that, like, I don't know, and it seems so stupid to, like, mention, but it's just how I'm feeling, and I'm not burnout. Like, I'm burnt out from work, but things have been getting better at work, and I've, you know, talked with some of my clients, and things have gotten really good, like, you know, workload-wise, and, like, what I'm doing, and the work I'm doing, and I'm, like, helping my clients more, it feels like, and I feel like I'm in a good place work-wise, and like, I'm in, you know, trying to get my life on track here with my apartment, trying to get a new apartment, trying to figure out what's going on here. So I feel like I'm, like, on the right path, and it's just, like, there's just these little things that just keep nitpicking. And I just kind of feel like that's just something I wanted to bring up. And, like, not trying to sound like a Debbie Downer, like, your life could be going great, but then there's one little part that sucks, and, like, focus on that part. And, like, that's, like, the anxiety talking, you know? But I'm trying not to let it get to me. I'm trying to spend time with family when I can, you know, even with, like, social distancing and all that stuff, trying to, like, you know, focus on my work. I'm trying to put my all into my work, but then that kind of makes me feel a little bit burnt out. Like, I had to take a sick day last week because I just couldn't go to work because I just felt so overwhelmed. And, like, it's weird because I'm so used to working all the time every day. Like, I mean, I just started a full-time job a year ago, so it's not so much like I'm, familiar with how work goes and stuff, but I'm like used to that. And then whenever quarantine hit, it was like now I'm working from home. I'm like barely working because like there's only so much you can do. There's only so many like online things that you can partake in, and like video conferences and things like that and whatever. And then like going back to work, it's like, how do you get back into that? How do you like put your energy into that again? Like, how do you change all of your habits back to what they had been, but while like adapting to the new like way things are going? And it's so stressful, and it's a lot. And like I feel like a lot of people are struggling with that too. But I'm trying to cope with it. Like, I don't know, things have been so rough lately, but I just keep thinking of the positives. Like, I have to deliver things to my clients, and they live all over the county, so I have to drive all over the county, and it usually takes me like 3 to 4 hours every week that I do that to deliver to the clients that I have. And I found that I like to listen to the Office Ladies podcast because it gets my mind off things. It makes me feel like there's somebody there with me, which is stupid because it's just Pam and Angela. It's Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey and stuff, and like they're just talking about my favorite show, and I'm like, that kind of thing helps, because for a while I couldn't listen to music because everything was so romantic or whatever, and it's just like that wasn't healthy for me at the time, and I couldn't listen to stuff like that, so I had to find something new, and like that's really helps. That's what I've been doing a lot lately. I've been watching a lot of TV, been hanging out with friends and family, as much as I can, seeing as limited people as I can. Like, I'm not seeing clients. I'm, dropping off things and whatever. So, like, it's just hard, and, like, I'm kind of glad we've been in the middle of, like, a pandemic, because it, like, makes things easier, because there's not that constant, like, I'm always running, I'm always going places, I'm, like, constantly involved in stuff. It's more so laid back now, but at the same time, it's going to get back to that in some capacity, I guess. I can't say things are going to go back to normal, because who knows what normal is ever going to be at this point. Like, I don't even know, like, what, like, what to expect or anything like that. So, I don't know. That's just kind of, like, I don't know, late night rambles, I guess, because it's 11:30 as I'm filming this, and I feel like it's a little too early to be filming this, or a little too late to be filming this, but that's just, like, my mind's been racing, and I feel a lot better when I talk, and I want to let other people know that, like, people go through this sort of thing, and this isn't another one of my, like, sad, depressing videos by any means. I mean, I've cried a little bit, I've got a little emotional, but I kind of feel like it was necessary, and, like, allowed me to talk to you guys, allowed me to open up to you guys, and, like, you know what I mean? And, yeah, I just kind of, like, I don't know, not so much wanted to touch base, but just kind of, like, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I'm doing at the moment, like, this is what I'm going through, and, like, it's tough, and it's hard, and, like, I mean, it's life, like, that's what life's all about, and, like, I don't know, I don't know, I feel better. I feel like talking helps, and, like, I know I'm going to feel that way whenever I get done my therapy session next week, and I want to encourage everyone who's been thinking about it to just do it, because that's, like, I've been putting it off for months, and I know I needed to go, and I've had a lot of, like, self-destructive tendencies. Like, I ruin relationships, I ruin friendships, I, like, get mad at people I shouldn't get mad at, I take things out on people I shouldn't take things out on, and it's, like, that's not healthy, and I need to figure out a healthier way and a better way to handle that. And I think there's a lot of people out there who could agree that they're in the same situation. I'm going to link some things down below for, like, if you're, thinking of hurting yourself in any way, definitely reach out to those links. I'm going to link some about the fires going on the West Coast to try and, like, help. I'll see whatever's out there, just post what I can, and just encourage you guys to, like, help. Or, if there's any voting that could be done, I'll probably look for something like that too, because I know some people can't always help, financially, so there's something to think about, or just, like, keep them in your thoughts, because, like, this is a scary time, and it's so, like, I see the pictures online, and it's just, like, so crazy to think that, like, this is happening, like, people are evacuated, and they don't know what they're gonna come back to, or, like, if half your town, like, there was a town in Washington State, I think, where, like, the majority of the town burnt down, and people were saying, like, we just hope that it wasn't the houses. We can, we can rebuild businesses and the post office and the fire department and the fire station, but, like, we can't rebuild people's homes and their lives. And, like, it's such a true thing to think, and, like, it sucks to have to think that way. And, like, I'm not familiar with like fires along the West Coast or whatever to know like if this stuff happens all the time. But it's like, you know, you live in the south part around the water and you just like not expect hurricanes, but you know that it's a possibility. And you live like in the Midwest and you expect tornadoes. And like, I don't really know what we have here on the East Coast because I live in the mountains of the East Coast. So we don't really like, we sometimes get tornadoes, but they never really reach us. We get flooding a little bit, but never anything like crazy. Like we've never had to be evacuated. So like it's so hard to think that like if this is your normal, like to know that that's like a risk of living in that place, or even if it's not your normal, to have to understand that like I might have to leave and I might not have anything to come back to. And that's so crazy and like so sad to think. And like I don't know. I don't know what there could be to, you know, fix this. I mean, other than not having gender reveal parties, but that's not really like, people are still going to do that. Just hopefully, you know, like cut a cake and open a cake that's blue or pink. It doesn't have to be that like, or green or yellow or whatever color you want to put in there. But like, it doesn't have to be pyrotechnics and fire and the stuff that comes out of your car and like all that dumb, like it's just too much, you know? Like, I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. I've posted some other videos lately. They're not quite as chatty. They're not quite as like me whining or complaining or talking about my feelings in any way. They're just makeup-y, which is what my channel's supposed to be all about. I like to do the vlogging stuff because I feel like it helps me and it also helps me connect with you guys. Please let me know if you've watched this video. I definitely like interacting with you all and like knowing that there's people out there that are watching my videos, because it can be a little bit discouraging whenever I post videos and ask for input and I get nothing. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching all of my videos if you have. Thank you for giving me a chance to talk and open up and share my experiences and talk about my love of makeup. I know I'm not like the conventional makeup artist. I don't do makeup very well. I just do it how I do it, and I just like to buy it and wear it, and I have some exciting things coming in the future, so stay tuned for those. Don't forget to like this video, share the video so other people can get to know who I am, and subscribe so that way you get notified on when I upload. Don't forget to ring the bell somewhere down below so you get notified on when my new videos are posted, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!